there are some very good drugstore, affordable, budget-friendly products on the market that replace many of the, I've got so many products here, you guys, that replace many that I want to talk about, that replace many of the luxury items, or even if they're not luxury, they're in the premium price point. So I'm going to walk you through those today. No, still not good enough. When drugstore products are, or affordable products, budget-friendly products, perform just as well as luxury, I know I want to know about that. So I have found some and I want to share those with you guys so you can know about them as well. First thing, and I've got quite a few products here, I'm going to put them on for the most part so that you can see how they wear up against their more expensive counterpart, so you can decide for yourself if you think it's a good dupe. We're going to start off with a little bit of bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. I love this one. It does have a little bit of a chocolate smell. I don't think I ever noticed that before. And it's a really pretty soft bronze. I'm going to use it a little bit as a contour, a little bit as a bronze today. This has been one of my favorites for a while, but I think if you've watched my videos as of late, you have seen one that works just as well as this one. This is a nice, pretty soft color. I like it because it's just warm enough to do a little bit of bronze, but it's not so warm that it looks orangey, or dare I say that Oompa Loompa look that some bronzers can give you. I've recently replaced this bronzer with the Buttermelt Bronzer by NYX. I have it in color Butter Off. It's a little bit darker, but it blends out. I should go this way because these are the sides of the face that I'm using it on. But it blends out very, very softly. You can build this one, so don't be afraid of how dark it looks in the beginning. And again, I'm going to use it as a little bit of a contour slash bronzer because I don't have on any contour today. See how nice that blends out? It's a very buttery formula, as the name would indicate. Their blushes are also very smooth, easy to blend, buildable, and come in a lot of different colors. So I've been a big fan of this one. I like this one, again, for the same reason that I like the Too Faced one. The undertone of it is just the right color, the right warmth for me. It's not too warm, but it's not too cool that it doesn't do what a bronzer should do, which is warm up the face. It adds just the right amount of warmth to the face, and even though it looks like it's a matte formula, no, there's a little bit of shine in there, but not a glitter or a glowy shine, just a little bit of a shine, but it's not a highlighter at all, so it's not gonna highlight those areas of your face, but you can blend it in to just be a really soft bronze. I really love that. See the difference? They both work, but there's a big price point between the two. Now next, let's add a little bit of blush. You guys know I love the liquid blow drops by Hourglass. This one is in Whim. I think what I will do is just put these right next to each other. And I'm going to put that next to the come on, Jody, the Lumi by L'Oreal. It is a doe foot applicator. It's a pretty large doe foot applicator, and it is in Dewy Bright Pink. So there are the two colors side by side. Again, this is the Whim by Hourglass. This is the Dewy Bright Pink by L'Oreal. You can see the Hourglass is a little bit more liquidy than the L'Oreal, although both are considered a liquid blush. The L'Oreal does have a doe foot applicator. I would not apply it with the doe foot applicator. I would apply it just the way I have it here. And I am going to apply these the way I normally would. And that is putting a little bit on my hand. And this is how I would normally apply these liquid blushes. I'm going to be real careful and only get the Whim from Hourglass on my brush so that you can see the difference. And I'm going to start right up here and just pounce that a little bit. This is an old Wet n Wild brush, you guys. I apologize. I don't think you can find this anymore. I just love it because it has this little divot right here in the handle. And I don't know why I love this so much as a blush brush, but I do. Any blush brush will work. I just like a fluffy brush to put on a liquid product like this because I feel like it gives you that flush look, more transparent, more opaque than a beauty sponge, for example. And I love the way you're able to diffuse the edges of the blush with a brush like this so that you can't really see where that product starts or stops. I mean, that's a really pretty blush color. I love it, but you don't need to spend that much for it. I am going to go with the L'Oreal over here. I need a little more room. also easy to apply, very blendable, really pretty pink, but not so bold. This is your grandma's blush pink. This is a really pretty soft, and L'Oreal has a lot of colors, as does the Hourglass. But if you're newer to makeup and you're newer to blush application, a thicker formula like that L'Oreal, you might find that it's easier to work with than a more liquidy blush like this. In fact, I need to go in and blend that out a little bit. But look how pretty and natural that is, you guys. Just a nice little pop of color, perfect for spring. It says you didn't try very hard. Or this one, I feel like I need to blend it out just a little bit more. Once you have them on side by side, they look pretty similar. I'm just gonna take a wipe and wipe them off the back of my hand because those are really bright colors, and this is a very light colored shirt today. And I don't do well with that combination. Usually there's a mess to ensue shortly after. So let's just clean this mess up before we get too far down this path. Okay, so next up I'm gonna go in and do a light eyeshadow look, and I did a complete tutorial on this look that I'm gonna share with you guys today, and I'll link that right here for you to see it. But I did use the I Need a Nude palette by Natasha Denona. This is a $69 palette. It is not in everyone's budget. I absolutely understand that. So I do have a dupe for you that I will use on my eyes today. This is Daylight by Alter Ego. And when you see how much of a dupe this is, you will understand why I love it. It's almost an exact match. Natasha Denona eyeshadows are well documented for how blendable they are. I love them because of the pigmentation that you get from the color. You get true color payout, and it's a color that lasts throughout the day. I'm gonna use both of these palettes just so that you can see how they apply. And we're just gonna do a light, easy look. I'm gonna go in with this light eyeshadow on this side. Not going to use a lot of color today because I've been really liking this soft look that I've done as of late. It's not a ton of eyeshadow, it's just more of a natural look. This is Mesh if you're wondering what color I'm using. I'm putting that powder right on the edge of the brush, going from that outer corner right along that socket or the crease line all the way to the inner corner, and then across the lash line, across the center of the eye. So here's Mesh and here's Faith, really similar. If you're a fan of the eyeshadow palettes that Natasha Denona puts out, Alter Ego does a really good job of duping them, I guess is the best way to say it. A lot of their palettes, it's at shopalterego.com, a lot of their palettes are very close to Natasha Denona palettes in their color stories. So if you wear eyeshadow, but you're not a collector of eyeshadow, you just like to have a lot of varieties, then it might be something you want to take a look at. And again, that is at, not sponsored, this is at shopalterego.com. So on this Natasha Denona one, I'm going to go into Tender, and I'm using a light fluffy brush, putting a little bit of little shadow on the end of that brush, going in that eye socket, just dotting it a little bit. And on this palette, I'm going to use Fawn, which is right here. Here's the Natasha Denona color, and here is the color that I'm using from the Daylight palette. Pretty similar, right? Pretty similar. And then with that same light fluffy brush, I'm just gonna go in and really softly blend that up into that crease. Not too high, but all the way over to the line of my nose. If I was to contour my nose, that line would go right about here. And if you extend that to the eyebrow, that's where I want that crease to start, to stop or start, depending on which way you're looking at it. So that it goes right there. And then just one or two swoops to that contoured nose, which we're not gonna do. But if we were, that's where we'd want that line to be. And we'll just do the same over here. Then we're gonna take that same color. This isn't an eyeshadow tutorial. This is really just showing you how I'm using these two colors. I'm going back to the Natasha Denona. I've got a small smudging brush. I'm gonna go back to that same color we just used, that darker one. Putting the color right on the tip and going right at the lash line. Back to this eyeshadow palette, same thing. And then making sure that those are touching in that outer corner and smudging it up. And then softly just blending everything together. And then with my ring finger, I'm gonna go into Sheen on this Natasha Denona palette and just touch the center of my eye, the high point, just to give a little pop of color. And in this palette, I'm gonna use this color, which is Mist. Just just again on the high point. Pretty close, right? They look very, very similar. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, normally I would use my Valentino waterproof eyeliner. So we're gonna do that on our luxury side. And the reason I love this one is because it is waterproof and I'm putting it in the waterline. So it does have a tendency to get more moist since you're blinking all the time. And I like this dark line right at my lash line to last all day. It is part of the overall look since I'm not heavy on eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna line it just like that. A good dupe for this is the e.l.f. No Smudge eyeliner. It's almost the same. Oh, here, I'll show you how similar these are. There's the e.l.f. and here is the Valentino. The Valentino is a little bit more of a brown where the e.l.f. is a little darker, but you can get a different color in the e.l.f. I happen to have it in, I'm sure it says somewhere in really small. Yeah, I think it says right here in really small print, but not even my 20-year-old eyes could have read that. So just find the color that works best for you. This is a pretty dark color, but again, that's why I like it. And I'm just gonna go up into, look, it doesn't take as much of this one to give me that same look. Just like that. And you'll notice it looks exactly the same. It doesn't bleed under the eyes. It doesn't get wet and then start to get down under here. It's the same look. All right, next, we need to add a little bit of mascara to this look. One of my favorite mascaras of all time is YSL's The Shock. The reason I like this one, and you guys know I'm a huge Thrive Cosmetics mascara person, but Thrive Cosmetics is a great everyday, here's my lashes, they look long. You've seen the videos that I've worn that before. The reason I'll switch to the Shock is if I want a more dramatic look, because this not only adds some length to the lashes, but it really adds a volume to the lashes, a thickness to the lashes, which when I'm doing a lighter eyeshadow look like this, I like a thicker, more bold lash. Clearly a thicker brow because I already have that on. And so that's why I use this, but I don't use this every day. I use it when I want to make a eyelash statement. And it does do that. There's my lashes before. And I will just go in. It's a little clumpy of a formula. It's a thicker formula, which is one of the reasons I love it and I hate it for the same thing, I guess. But look at how thick that goes on. And in the beginning, I really liked that look, but now that I've got that thickness on there, it takes a little bit of time to get the clumps off, I would say. And when you have your final look, it is pretty and it does last all day. It's just a little bit more work than I would like to spend to get a nice, thick, false lash look, but it does give me that. It just takes some time to work through the formula. And when you're trying to do makeup quick, or even not quick, I don't want to spend a lot of time on my eyelashes. All right, so my dupe for this, and this one I find a lot easier to work with. It gives me that same big volume of a lash. That is the Fireworks by Maybelline. Big fan of this one. Look at Maybelline mascaras alone. There must be, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I could ask Siri or Alexa or somebody. How many formulas of mascara does Maybelline have? I don't know of a brand that has more mascaras, quite frankly, than Maybelline. It's a bit ridiculous. So there's my lash before using Firework. And the reason I like this one is because it also lengthens the lashes while also adding volume and thickness to the lash without the messy clumping that I get from the YSL. That is a heck of a good dupe, isn't it? All right, love this mascara, and it does not transfer. If I recommend a mascara, part of the criteria for me recommending it is it cannot transfer underneath your eyes. Absolutely not. So next up, you guys, is lip liners, and I love a good Natasha Denona lip liner. This is the I Need a Nude. I think this is actually the nude color of I Need a Nude. She has the I Need a Nude. There's also I Need a Rose, and you can tell by the size of these, I have used these and loved these. However, something better has come on the market, and that is the Lifter Liners by Maybelline. Absolutely love these. This one is in color Big Lift, and I'm gonna put them on just so that you guys can see how the Natasha Denona one is a soft, creamy formula. Goes on smooth around those pesky lip lines that I keep seeming to have more and more of. But so does this Big Lift by Maybelline. Obviously, there's a lot of different shades that you can choose from to find the one that's best for you. But these are a pretty close dupe for one another. Look, my lips don't look that different side by side. And then to finish them off, my favorite lip gloss right now, and there's a lot of lip gloss, lip stains, and lip oils that are gonna be flooding the market because we're coming up on spring, and that's typically when we're gonna see things like lip stains from every brand. One of my favorite lip glosses that isn't a stain, but I bet they have one, is this Kiko Milano. I will need to pull out my glasses to tell you what color this is, but I will list it down below. I don't really have a good dupe for this because I don't buy luxury lip glosses. Sometimes I'll pick up a Fenty Beauty, but the majority of my lip glosses really do come from Kiko Milano. And I'm gonna just put that right on top of both of those liners. So there's the finished look, and you would never know that this side of my face has over $170 worth of products on it, and this side has under $50 worth of products on it. I think that tells the story that luxury products, while they're luxurious and they're fun to buy and open and you just feel special for a minute, yes, that's all wonderful. And if you can afford it and it makes you feel happy, absolutely do it. But you can get that same look with products that are less expensive, and at the end of the day, it's the confidence that you have when you walk out the door. That's where the true value and the real happiness should come from. So I hope this video helps you find a couple new drugstore dupes that give you the confidence to get the look that you want and head out and start your day feeling as beautiful on the outside as you are on the inside. I'll link these dupes down below in case you're interested in finding out more of them. Be sure to find the shade that works best for you and put your best look together. We've got spring coming up, so it's time to get some fun colors out, maybe some pinks, some mauves, some peach tones, whatever. There's no rules. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in just a couple days. Bye-bye.